Hey YouTube, Carlo here. Welcome to the vlog. This is the channel where we talk about sneakers, tech, and life. And for this episode, it's going to be a double off-white unboxing. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure that you do so because we're about to draw the winners for the off-white Rastaklat bracelet as well as the 4 champion caps sponsored by Shoe Freak PH. Watch until the end of the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and hit the link down below for the rest of the mechanics. Go! This is my only off-white pair. This, of course, is the off-white Nike Prestos 2018 in the black colorway. Now, I've had my eye on a bunch of other off-white sneakers, but I haven't really gotten around to buying them until today. Now, just a quick background before we get to the unboxing of these 2 new sneakers that I have here. Just a background on Off-White and Nike. This actually started a few years ago when Nike wanted to reconstruct the top 10 sneakers that they had. And they worked with designer Virgil Abloh of Off-White to be able to reimagine and recreate their top 10 sneakers. There you had the Jordan 1s, the Prestos, the Air Force 1s, the Blazers, and all of those things. And that's actually what blew the lid off Virgil Abloh's career to all the hype that the brand has been getting today and the renewed interest in the different models of Nike across those 10 silhouettes that they had. Which leads me to my first unboxing. This is part of the first 10. This isn't a 2018 release. This is actually part of the OG, the 10 sneakers. And as you guys can see there, it is the Blazer. And it says there, the 10 Nike Blazer Mid. Let's talk about the box. You have here the Nike swoosh in quotation marks, which is of course consistent with a lot of the off-white sneakers that we've been seeing, especially with Nike. You have off-white care of Nike shoebox, Beaverton, Oregon, USA here, and everything else is your typical, off-white markings. Now you're probably thinking, why is it a brown box? What's the thinking behind the brown box? It's actually a reverse box because if you take a look at inside, that's the actual outer part of a usual Nike box. The outside is what it usually looks from the inside. So they actually reversed the experience to be able to come up with a different unboxing feel for this pair. And the moment you unbox it, you get a specialized off-white wrapping paper. Same kind of wrapping paper that we saw when we unboxed the off-white Nike Prestos. I'll put a link down below, by the way, to the review of this one in case you guys haven't watched that video yet. Now, if we pop it open, there you have it, guys. This is the Nike Off-White Blazer, part of the original, the 10. This is really looking great. Now, a bit of background before we get into this sneaker. I actually traded for this pair from Adrian over at Cop Garden. So I traded one of my NERD Pharrells to be able to get it so there wouldn't be any cash out. Because if you take a look at StockX, the resale value of this one is over $1,000. A little over 1,100 for this size, putting it at almost 60,000 pesos. What? For this pair. And I didn't want to cop that, to shell out that much cash for this sneaker. So I ended up trading one of the rare pairs that I had to be able to get this one as part of my collection. Why this one? My current goal right now is to be able to eventually cop all 10 of the 10 off-white Nike collabs. I think it makes for an awesome sneakerhead goal. It makes for an awesome hype goal. And I think it's just a huge challenge in itself, being able to either buy, trade, or acquire all of the 10 sneakers from the original 10 collection. It also allows me to hyper-focus on the sneakers that I want to buy and save up for in the next few years. Because as you guys know, I have a lot of sneakers. So it incentivizes me also to sell a bunch of the stuff that I have here that I don't use because I want to focus in and get the 10. Now let's go to the sneakers. Let's just do a quick unboxing. So as you guys see here, this one, I had it laced up already in the black laces. But as with all off-white sneakers with Nike, you have a bunch of extra laces. You have the one in white, you have the one in orange, you have the one in green, all of which have shoelaces in quotation marks. Now, originally, of course, you had this with the orange laces, if I'm not mistaken. But I actually prefer having it with the black because I intend to wear this out. I mean, I plan on making this a beater, and being able to have more subtle color allows for it more flexibility and versatility in the occasions that I get to wear the shoe. So that's the reason why I swapped out the orange for the black. Now, talking about the sneaker, as you guys can see here, it has that same deconstructed vibe that all the other 10 sneakers that Virgil Abloh worked on for Nike. When I say deconstructed, it looks like it's very raw, very edgy, unfinished, and still just off the product before it actually hits the production line. So what do I mean by that? You have stitching exposed along the sides of the sneaker. I don't know, let me just turn down the light so you guys can see it better. So there you have it. You have stitchings here. That orange tape mark over here is actually used often by shoe designers to mark specific areas of the shoe. You have like text written all over it along the side, which labels the sneaker what it is. Again, that can also be found on the shoelaces. You have some sort of like product tag here at the back as well. Even if you take a look at the tongue, it's kind of exposed, the foam, which gives you that very raw vibe and raw feel to the sneaker itself. The same can be found with the Nike logo here at the back. Now, in terms of materials, I love how much layering and how much difference of materials that this sneaker has. If you take a look at the eyelets, you have suede over here, which also extends to the midfoot part of the sneaker. Suede can be also found here at the back with the Nike. I can't tell what material this is. I don't know if it's mesh or whatever, but it is very different. You have some sort of rubberized Nike exaggerated logo on both sides of the sneaker, and you have good quality leather on both the lateral and the medial side as well. And of course, you have that rubberized, I think, toe cap here to be able to give your feet better protection. Now, the Blazer actually came out, I think, in the 1970s and was originally made for basketball. But over the years, it has transformed into more of a skateboarding, retro casual kind of sneaker, and now it's more into a retro casual sneaker than it is for skateboarding, mainly because of what Off-White did to it in terms of hype. If you take a look at inside, it says there the 10 and that X logo of Off-White, and of course you have the familiar Ziploc tag that you guys have here. Now this tag, for me, is very debatable because I see a lot of people wearing this one, and I see a lot of like hype beasts wear their Off-White sneakers with this tag. And I tried wearing it with my Off-White Prestos, and I felt so uncomfortable because it just shouted Off-White. I mean, it was a little bit too, I don't know, maybe obnoxious for me. So I do plan on wearing this a little more low-key by taking this Ziploc tag out, and that will probably be the way I wear most of my Off-White sneakers, because to me it just makes so much more sense to wear shoes without this thing dangling along your side. I don't know if it's the old guy in me that can't appreciate this, but it really just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's the first Off-White sneaker that I wanted to unbox for you guys. This is the Off-White The 10 Nike Blazer Mid. Now that was a collab pair. The next sneaker that I want to unbox for you guys is not a collab. This is purely Off-White. And this is something that I got from Off-White Manila over at Rockwell Mall, or Power Plant Mall in Rockwell. So as you guys can see, the box is very different. It's far more premium than the collab pairs. It says here, Off-White care of Virgil Abloh, designed by Virgil Abloh, shoebox in quotation marks, and then you have SB, Off-White official shoebox, and you have the retail price, the whooping 37,000 peso retail price. What? 37,000 pesos retail price of this sneaker. Now, why did I want to cop this particular sneaker? I wanted to get the experience of buying an actual Off-White product and not a collab, to be able to see the difference. Because if you actually unbox an Off-White collab, it says they're made in China. The materials aren't really premium. The materials are clearly not worth the price that you are paying for, especially if you're getting them for resale. I wanted to see the difference on what it would feel like to be able to cop an actual luxury Off-White sneaker. So let's pop the box open. First thing that you guys see is a dust bag that's made of plastic that says plastic bag. So it says there plastic bag in quotation marks. Definitely cool. Then you have your typical white wrapper, so you don't have that same wrapper that you guys get with the Off-White collab with Nike. And then you get to the actual sneaker. Now this one is a high top sneaker that definitely has a lot of inspiration from the Jordan 1s. And as you guys can see, this one is in a white and red colorway. Now, this sneaker is actually designed and manufactured and made in Italy, which is very different from the collabs that you guys see that are usually your mass-produced sneakers that are still made in China. So what actually happens when you do a collab, for example, with Nike, for example, for this Prestos, Virgil Abloh is the one that designs it. But in terms of the people who manufacture it, it's still Nike. So Nike is the one that goes to their shop over in China or Vietnam that actually creates sneakers like this one with the same materials that you would get from a Presto that sells for like less than 5,000 pesos or less than $100. It's very different when you get an actual off-white sneaker, designed, made in Italy. So if you take a look at just the leather, the materials, it's far more premium. It's definitely much valuable compared to the sneakers that I showed you guys earlier. And for this one, you are paying for both the hype as well as the quality of the design and where it was made from. It actually even says here on the tongue tab, Off-White. These are Off-White care of Virgil Abloh shoes designed and manufactured in Italy for Spring-Summer 2018 collection temperature. We have only used the finest materials to realize this product. The big difference, of course, is if you buy this one off the shelf, it already comes with a hefty price tag of over 30,000 pesos, while this one, you can actually cop it for retail at a little over 10, but then if you get it for resale, the price hyperinflate a ridiculous amount of cash. Now, those are the difference between the two. Now, if you ask me which one is better, at the end of the day, I think it boils down to your preference. I'm a huge fan of quality of materials of sneakers. So that's the reason why I really wanted to try and buy an actual off-white shoe with quality leather materials and overall design purely by Virgil Abloh without Nike. So that's the reason why I ended up copying this one. Do I see myself buying more off-white only sneakers? To be honest, I'm eyeing one more. It's just a clean white low top with an off-white logo along the side. That will probably be the last one for a long while. Mainly because, again, I already have a lot of sneakers. It doesn't make sense to collect so many off-white shoes, especially since I'm gunning after the OG 10. So Carlo, if you're a huge fan of like high quality materials, why are you gunning for the OG 10? That's the collector in me. That's like the sneakerhead in me. Because I feel that the 10 is part not just of sneaker culture, but really of history, of, you know, sneaker history and everything else attached to that. I mean, it's just so fascinating, and I would love to be able to have the 10, preserve them, display them when I grow old, and just have them as part of my household when I grow, you know, older, and maybe pass them on to my kids later on. Maybe if one of them gets to like size 12, who knows? So yeah, that's it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do make sure that you hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, and don't forget, of course, to click the link down below for the rest of the mechanics of our current running giveaway. I hope you're all having a great weekend. Peace. God bless. What's up?